Everyone, my name is Titanic, and welcome back to the episode of Titancraft Season 10, episode number 119. Yes, almost at 120. No, 120 is tomorrow. So today we're going to try to switch up a little bit because we've been doing the same road work every day. And so I decided we're going to do road work in a different way. We're going to go restock on Andesite. So we're going to go find a random cave off somewhere random, just in this way, a little ways, I think. And my Andesite. Today, Clash is just joining us in the call as we try to get through this episode and suffer through the painful existence of the daily streak. I will admit, I've started to express some annoyance with it recently, and yeah, my annoyance is starting to boil over. I mean, we've gone this far, and now that we're on 119, really don't want to mess it up, but I can't help but say I'm looking forward to getting to the point where I could skip an episode. I mean, I'm very split by my current schedule of how I want to do things over the summer. Technically, I can't skip many days, and so I don't know. I'm tempted to keep the daily streak alive in case I want to take some days off in July. I don't know, because sometimes I don't take much time off when it comes to YouTube. When I'm not burned out, I don't take much time off of YouTube. Also, it did occur to me that more than likely by the time we get to Titancraft's anniversary, if we look at Titancraft years, this last year will by far be my most active year on YouTube ever. It won't even be. Nothing will even compare in terms of the number of uploads that I've put out. Like, especially when you factor in all the 1.4 videos that are gonna go out. I mean, like just Titancraft alone, roughly thinking if I can get episode 200 for the anniversary episode, that'll mean in a single year I uploaded 315 episodes. I guess it'll be 14 because if you go 365 days, 314 episodes in a year. Like, that's a lot. And that's only Titancraft. That's not even including whatever else we get into that. Okay, come on, I gotta find a cave. First cave I see now. We're going down. First, aha, ravine. That works amazingly to find andesite. These things are like andesite havens. Aha, see? Like this. And so this is our episode. Digging out andesite because we are running low again. I swear it is. That is the one thing about this road design. It takes a lot of andesite and it is painful for me. And, you know, that's just kind of the...
Wait a second. I forget. Is it andesite or polished?
It's both.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It takes roughly... what's the ratio? It's like 3 times more regular andesite than polished, but it still does take some polish.
Also, I couldn't remember. So I was like, I thought there was andesite on there, but I thought there was polished andesite.
Yeah, there's both. But I do love my favorite thing about this road, especially when you mine with a soak stitch pickaxe, you never had to smelt stone, is technically you only had to mine for 2 raw resources. You had to mine for andesite and you had to mine for stone. That's it. Because all the different blocks I use in that road you can make off of those, because the andesite obviously makes its andesite and polished andesite, and the stone goes to be the straight stone that we use. We also use stone brick, and we use chiseled stone brick. So I mean, everything is very, very cheap in that sense, although andesite is not a cheap rock. I realized something.
Maybe with the Heroes of the Village 5, or whatever you do, and a revived villager with a mason with an andesite trade for emeralds and polished andesite, it would actually be worth it, because instead of turning 16 into 4 polished andesite, it'd be 1 into 4.
No.
So,
I mean, wait, Clash, are you confused with the andesite crafting? Because I mean, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of andesite to polish.
I know, but normally when you trade, it's a 4-to-1 ratio.
Oh, yeah.
You could turn it into a 1. You could swap that entirely.
I don't know. Most blocks I'd prefer to mine for than trade.
I know, but I'm just saying you could technically get more polished andesite based on that. Not the fastest way, but it's a way.
Okay, this has no cave going onward, so we will continue. Well, that's kind of well. This is cool. This waterfall. I want to take a screenshot of this. It's awesome.
I'm doing math.
All right. Is this a cave? If this is a cave, we're going down it. Yes, it's a hole. That was a firework, not my sword. Minor difference. There's a zombie villager here. Oh, I hate killing them, but fine. Die. Just get out of my sight. I don't want to see you. I don't want to make... Oh, creep. No. Enough bad memories with creepers this season. I mean, the first death was funny.
Oh. The other one, not so much.
I mean, the fact that the no death streak the small one that I have between this current one and the big 15-day one that I lost, that little death streak that was like 3 days when I died was ended by a creeper. And so that's, I mean, my initial deathless run, the point if I would have been playing on hardcore that would have been game over was because of a creeper. And both Log and I had our first death of the same creeper. That was entertaining. Dive bombed us and instantly blew up. Oh my god, the amount of zombies.
I hope to get the second highest of that streak.
Yeah, my goal, I've said it before, the absolute goal now is to break the Season 5 record death streak, and then move the bar forward enough that nobody will ever endanger it, and then voluntarily commit suicide and never worry about another stupid no death streak, because they are so annoying. Like, I feel so limited that I can't let myself even risk dying half the time. Like, I guess I still play Minecraft pretty cockily, to be honest. Like, compared to some people that would be super paranoid about dying, I'm not. I just see myself get under 4 hearts and I run. That's, I don't...
At least it's not dying.
Yeah, I mean, I play the game very safely. I played very aggressively like I usually would, but if I start even getting remotely down on HP, I do not risk it, of course. That didn't work out so good for me in that raid episode in episode 75 when Trevor shot me from the back, and that's what doomed me. But hey, we're making progress catching up to that death streak. I mean, if I can find it. 25 days of playtime total. What is it, death streak? So, just over a week of no death streak. I mean, so we're nearly halfway to the one I lost on episode 75. We'll catch up. It'll be a while. I mean, it'll probably take me another month or two to get there. The longest ever from Season 5 is 32 point something.
Oh, that's quite a bit away.
Yeah, I know. That's why I say that's more playtime than I have total right now. I mean, to be fair, just the other day when I passed 25 days of playtime the other day, which is how long my first no death streak on Season 5 was when I killed myself in that one.
You'd probably get close to that if you actually added it to your actual playtime.
Yeah.
You'd be kind of close.
Well, I mean, if I wouldn't have died that when I was at 16 days of playtime, I mean, I would be on the verge of having the second longest death streak in no death streak in history on the Titancraft server. So I mean, technically, I would be less than 24 hours of playtime away from that if I went to die in episode 75, and then I died twice in episode 75, and then I got blown by another creeper. So I mean, I've died 3 times since then. Although the 2 on episode 75 were directly caused because Trevor shot me, and the other one was because I was tabbed out of my game and a creeper decided to say, "Hey, boom." That was just bad luck, though. I mean, tabbing out that day, I was tabbed out for less than 10 seconds, and I was in my house when the creeper blew up. Like, the odds of that occurring are so low that still, though, it's left me paranoid ever since. In that end of my base, I refuse to tab out of the game for more than half a second. I mean, and I constantly check the surrounding. I make sure, and I swear creepers spawn over there at high rates. So I need to have signs and say, "Look out for green satans. Do not let the green satan end your life."
What if it's blue?
If it's blue, I don't know. That'd be a weird blue creeper. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to break the no death streak records, though it's gonna take time. I mean, I was doing the math on the more optimistic side of things. I think I calculated it would take me until like September or October at how I currently play to get there. So I mean, it'll be the late part of the year. I mean, keep in mind, I had 16 days of playtime when I died with the 15-day no one. I had that death streak I did pretty well on. I had less than a day of playtime when I had the last death before that streak started. So I mean, these streaks take a long time to build up. I'm gonna have a lot of playtime by the time we get there. I mean, to get to 32 days, added on to whatever, like I think I had like 20 days. I mean, I'm gonna have to be catching up to Season 5's playtime by the time I break the record. Which is kind of, that putting it that way makes it even seem more insane. I had to rival what I did in Season 5, which I know I want to do that anyways, but it's
Funny
like...
thing is, Oh, yeah, roughly to get that. It's 55.3 million, basically 55.3 million of no death streak.
Yeah, oh, I know. I mean, and I remember the one day, I think it was Flaunty. I was talking to Flaunty about it in one of the chat, in a Discord channel chat, and he's like, "Oh, that shouldn't be that hard to get." I'm like, "No, it's way harder." And the hardest part about it, and I've said this to anybody that wants to try to get a death streak this long, the hardest part is not staying alive, because you can kind of just cower and you can just play like me and just play casually. But the hardest part isn't staying alive; it's getting that sheer amount of playtime. Because getting the playtime is the hardest part. I mean, if you can only play Minecraft for 7 days of playtime, you get bored. I mean,
I'd say the second hardest part is getting so much playtime and then being worried of dying.
yeah, I mean, one of the other hard factors is the fact that you get at times you get extremely upset with the fact that you know you can't die. Like, I want to do purge events, but at the same time, the death streak is always looming over me, and I know in purges I'm not going to make it out in one piece, so I'm like, I know I did propose a while back that if we do a purge in the meantime, I might actually play as Titan. That was my one idea, is that I would play it with my ult that time.
Oh. If we do a purge, time to bring out my secret. What?
Or the other idea I had is if I lose this death streak, we'll do a purge like right after, so I can start building up a new death streak. Or the other idea, I mean, when I...
So you're gonna get rid of mom?
I don't know. I mean, at some point, I will probably... It's more... I don't know what's more likely. If I'm going to die on accident, or if I'm going to end this death streak on purpose. I mean, if we, for say, get to 50 days of playtime, I'm going to end it. 50 days, if we can get to a 50-day no-death streak, that is the point where I can firmly say I will end it no matter what. I'm not taking it over 50 again. Or again, but
I'm going to get specifically, like, 40, so I can get a decent amount over
yeah, I mean, technically, I think for any of the top 5 record no-death streaks in Titancraft's history, I think I own all of them. Because, I mean, let's see. I'm trying to think of all my record no-death streaks. So, let's see. Season 5, we had the 25-day that it hit 25.0, and I literally, we hit it at the end of one episode, and the next episode it started by me killing myself. Then I said I vowed to never get another no-death streak that long. I think I had, okay, so I had that death, then I had another stupid death. I got like a 24-hour no-death streak, and then I died in the donut when we were building it. Because I thought I was trying to play smart, and that's when I screwed up on the ladder and missed, and I had the fell off a ladder death message. Then that's when I went and I got the 32-day no death streak to end off that season. And that death streak technically never ended. So I could technically play on the Season 5 for it and extend my record, but why would I want to do that now? Then looking across at other things, I mean, Season 4 I had like a 10-day no death streak. I got to an 8-day no death streak in Season 9 when Vanilla killed me. I got obviously a 15-day this season. Season 3 was when I started getting obsessed with them, but I don't think I ever... It was so late in the season when I really started paying attention to the time since last death statistic that I never amounted to more than like 2 days, but... and actually the reason my death streak on that season ended when my first like time I was really paying attention is I actually cheated. I teleported to login, and it did the thing where, because he was in the air and with teleporting and crap, it instantly killed me a fall damage. I was so mad that time. I remember I spent like a good hour trying to figure out if there was any way I could get the death streak back, man, forcefully, but no.
It works. Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
But I guess So, I mean, Season 4's death streak, I think, is limited at, like, 10 days, because of the fact that I only had 11 days of playtime. I think my last death of the season, I think, was when I was at 0.99 days of gameplay. Like, it was just barely before I crossed over that threshold of 1 day of playtime. And so they were almost always perfectly matched the entire season, which was kind of fun. But, yeah, Season 4, I just ran out of time to play. I think I did get to a 10-day no-death streak, which at that point was by far my biggest. That was kind of a cool record, and then eventually, obviously, I said goodbye record as we moved on to Season 5. I don't know, though, if I'm going to set any more. I don't know how long until I'm going to get to the absolute record, though. Like, you got a ways to go.
I completely forgot purges existed in here, so if I want to keep that plan, I might as well want to expand. It's nothing too crazy, but every like
Because yeah, the worst thing about a purge, like the season 3 purge, actually. Oh yeah, so the season 3 purge, I just remembered about that purge actually that we did. I forgot we had one in season 3. That purge, I actually survived the purge with half a heart, and that was one of my first no death streaks. Another thing about that death streak actually might have been over 2 days of playtime by the time at that point. So, I mean,
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. For that, are we actually having keep inventory?
it depends. Usually, traditionally, season 3's purge was the only purge we ever did where we let god gear be used, or like by god gear I mean like maxed out gear, vanilla maxed out. Traditionally, we use dumbed down gear for purges, so it makes it more fair, more intense. I mean, like to be honest, I think it's much more entertaining when we use stone swords and chain armor than when we use the whole diamond gear because the fight is so slow. It literally becomes a war of knockback.
That makes sense. That I make sense about.
So yeah, I usually get everybody equal gear. We give roughly, I usually throw in TNT. I mean, traditionally we've rolled back, we used to, on Realms, we could easily roll back the entire server. And so, I mean, actually, actually, the Season 5 Purge, actually, I wonder if we rolled back the server after that one, I suppose. So I wonder if that happened during the Mega Death Streak. I wonder if that, in the first one, I mean, not the really, really big one, although we might have had one. Now I think about that Death Streak actually had one too during it, I guess we rolled the server back. So I guess, technically, if we went to roll the server back, but we had blown so much, every Purge we did, we always blew stuff up, and so, you know, I kind of could keep that. Okay. We're gonna fly back to spawn here as we wrap up the episode. So, that's gonna about cap it off for today. Pretty casual, I guess, talking about the death streak records. I mean, if scoreboard objective set display, sidebar TS last death. Like, where are we at? I mean, we're at 12.2 million ticks, so like we got a ways to go. I'm eager to see where we can get with it. It's got a long way to go, though, to where we want to be, where we need to be. Obviously, for plate of minutes, if we look at that board, we're almost at 44 million now. So, I mean, I think I'll hit 45 million by the end of the week. I'll probably aim, I'm trying to think, I guess with, what, like 2 weeks to 1.4, or 3 weeks to 1.4, I definitely want to be over 50 million ticks by the time we go into Terraria 1.4, so I can solidify that playtime quite well. In case I go on a major decline, I can at least say I'm halfway to the first major milestone. I mean, again, not gonna say what my... The problem with me announcing my current plan for how much playtime I'm gonna get to, I can announce death streaks and stuff, but I can't announce too much of that because I don't want to give away too much of my exact plans for how long the season's gonna be, which kind of, if I say my total playtime goal, it gives a decent idea of how long the season's gonna be, especially because I'm trying to keep at a certain pace, so... Anyways, that's about to wrap it up for today. We'll be back again tomorrow with some other crap. I'm not sure what yet. We'll see. I would like to take a break from the road, but I'm not really sure what to do at the moment. I'm hoping this week I'm gonna get some time to do some designing on some other stuff and look at some of my other concepts. But right now with school and streaming, it's just a little bit too much for me to take. Dang, I accidentally put something in the orange chest. I don't think I did. But with that being said, worth noting, I'm going to try to make time for a Terraria stream tonight. So, if you're watching this right after it goes live, you probably will already be able to go see on my channel that we are live streaming Terraria for an hour or two, killing the Moon Lord in Terraria Tuesday week, whatever the heck we got up to, before we end it off, probably next week.
6 to 5, I don't know.
I think it's 6, something like that. But it'll be at the boss fight week. I think we'll do one more week next week where we wrap stuff up because I don't think we're going to get all the grinding I want to do done this week. Although we might do some off-camera grinding. I don't know. There's a lot to do, but I'm just super busy, Ira. Anyways, on that note, have yourself a great day. This has been Titanic and...
Cluj.
And we will see you guys in the next episode of Titancraft Season 10. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.